Okay, imagine two twin teenage boys. Okay, imagine two twin teenage boys. Who wants dad's affection most for that one car he bought? Who's the favorite son? I got two knucklehead police dogs that hate each other. They'll kill each other. And I had them out once and they tried to kill each other, and that's why I ended up in the hospital again. Did you end up in the hospital that time too? Well, because he brought one ball for the walk with two dogs. I said, Jackson, it's 2 balls or no balls. Well, I ended up paying for that one. So they hate each other. With other dogs, he's a super friendly dog. The thing with police dogs is they always want to be the alpha. This one doesn't challenge me so much, but he hates when other dogs come near me. And super protective, like my other dog, my retired dog, we live on a farm, he patrols all day long. And he can tell when bad people come up. And if anyone comes near me, it's game over, right? So, what's that? You bet, I rent them out. But I have a little dog at home, a border terrier, that rules both of them. So, and this guy will submit to him like nothing. Get on top of him, and the little dog's on top of him. And yeah, so he's phenomenal around other dogs. And kids, I always raise them around kids. Like one of the things they say, be careful raising a police dog around kids, because issues like that. I want him to be raised around kids because kids are never an object of his desire unless he's searching for a lost person. I never want him to bite a kid. So you can tell the guys that raise dogs that don't have kids, because you guys look like little minions, and they don't really know what they are. It's like, oh, what's that? It's a little person, So get out. Questions? Out.
You said after 8 years.
Yeah.
They're retired. What happens to them?
A lot of things happened. My last dog, I had a choice, either keep him or kill him, because he was so vicious that either I had to keep him or put him down. I could never give him to someone else. He's a part of my family. How do you give up your dog after 8 years? And he's my partner every day. And the number of times my other dog saved my life, how do you get rid of him? I keep all my dogs. Some guys aren't in a position to keep them. They live in the city. That's a lot of work right there. You're talking 2-3 hours a day walking and grooming and the whole bit down. So it's a lot of work. They'll find a good home for them. Guys give them out all the time. What's that?
The rest of the family will listen to
no, Jackson works with them somewhat, but as in the socializing part, as far as training, you only want one person to be training them. Oh yeah, they're family dogs. Like the guy in Saskatoon just got rid of his dog. He gets pictures all the time, sleeping on the bed, stuff like that. You want them in a specific household. You want them to live their life, in that environment. So, yeah. Questions? I can feel some questions brewing.
No, how would you respond if a bunch of kids came up and it was not his age?
He'd be excited and be jumpy, but he never looks at kids as, or something like that. No, he's super fine with that. And that's why I bring him into environments like this. Most school talks I do, they say, oh, can we pet the dog? I said, sure. As long as he's not, if I have this in his mouth, he's fine. He said, fine. But he's fine. Like my kids all play with him and put him in his cage. He's not that kind of dog. And that's why I bring him in and out. Are there any other questions?
What's your diet like?
No, actually, he gets top notch of everything. His food's $100 a bag. And any vet, he gets it all. Like, what do you think this dog's worth?
60,000.
And be nice. Well, he's worth my life, I know. That's what I say to my wife. But cash value, what is the RCMP? See it. You can't even buy a cheap import. Okay, come on, hit me. Close. About 80 to 100,000. That's what this dog's worth right here. You figure the training. Oh, God. You figure the training, the food, he has to last me 8 years, with all that. If I lose Mako, like if he gets injured or out of work, I got to tell my wife I got to go back to Innisfil for 4 months and train another dog. Not a good thing, right? So the divorce and all that alimony. But no, all the work we put into them, it's about 80 to 100,000 he's worth. So it's a lot of coin. That's why I treat him like gold, right? He is the best of everything because you can't afford to lose him.
Does the RCMP pay for the bills for the vet and the dog?
Everything. They pay for everything. They give him a card. I'm just the driver. And he knows that, right? right? I just take him where he needs to go and do his work, and I hold on tight. And, but yeah, I get a new car every year and a half, and the RCMP pays for everything. But how do you put a value on a lost kid that the dog finds? You know, if your grandchild, I'm assuming your grandchild, went missing, you're going to pay anything to have that kid back, right? And there's nothing in the world that looks like a dog. You know, you can have all the technology you want. It's the dog that's going to find it.
Do they all have the same training or some specialized drugs?
Yeah, exactly. We validate every year. I just did mine on Tuesday, and they all have to be a certain standard. And they all have the same basic, and then you have the explosive and the drug profiles.